Welcome to the deep dive. We hear so much about AI these days, right?
Constantly. It's everywhere.
Exactly. And you might be wondering, maybe even a bit skeptical, if all this AI talk can actually, help you make some real money here in Nigeria,
Mhm.
especially without needing to be some kind of tech genius or spending loads on fancy tools.
That's a fair question, definitely.
Yeah.
A lot of the hype sounds complicated.
It does, but we've actually been digging into this, looking at some really practical, free AI tools.
And finding real examples of people right here using them to generate income is quite fascinating.
It really is. And the key thing seems to be accessibility. We're not talking complex coding here.
Not at all. Think more like using WhatsApp or Google, stuff you
Yeah.
might already be familiar with in some way.
Okay, good. So our mission today really is to break down these free AI tools that you, listening right now, could potentially use to start earning.
Right, exploring the concrete ways, the actual pathways, no tech expertise needed.
Perfect. So where do we start? Let's unpack the big one first. ChatGPT.
Ah, yes. ChatGPT, you've probably heard of it.
For sure. But how does it actually make money for someone, practically?
Well, think of it like a super smart writing assistant. It's incredibly versatile.
Okay.
Our research shows people are using it for, well, a whole range of things. Writing blog posts, brainstorming business ideas.
Business ideas too. Interesting.
Yeah, and sales messages, proposals, even emails. People using it for creative stuff too, like jokes or scripts for short videos.
Scripts. Okay, now that's interesting. Because this isn't just theory, is it? We found a real example.
We did. A student at UNILAG, actually, University of Lagos,
Right. And what were they doing?
using ChatGPT to write content for small businesses. And they apparently made 15,000 a year from their first gig.
15,000 naira just from using this free tool. That's fantastic. So how does someone actually get started with it? Is it complicated to sign up?
Not really, no. It's
Well,
surprisingly easy. You just go to chat.openai.com.
chat.openai.com. Okay.
Yep. And you sign up for free, just need an email address.
That's simple.
Pretty much. But the real trick to using it effectively, especially for making money, is how you ask it things. Your prompts.
The prompts. Right.
You need to be specific. Don't just say, write me an article. That's too vague.
So give me an example, like a good prompt.
Okay, say you want a blog post. You could try something like, write a 500-word blog post on how Nigerian students can manage their time effectively during exam periods. See, specific topic, target audience, length.
Got it. The more detail you give it, the better the output.
Exactly. Better output means higher quality work you can offer, which means, better potential earnings.
Makes perfect sense. Okay, so that's writing covered. What about visuals? Making things look good. Canva comes up next. I know lots of people use Canva.
Canva's huge. And for good reason. It's a super user-friendly graphic design tool.
User-friendly is key. So what kind of things can you actually make with it for, income?
Oh, loads. Flyers for local shops, eye-catching social media posts, ebook covers, presentations, even simple business cards.
And you don't need to be a professional graphic designer. You don't need Photoshop skill.
Not at all. That's the beauty of it. You head to canva.com, create a free account.
www.canva.com.
Okay? And its main appeal is this drag-and-drop interface. Plus, they have thousands of free templates.
Free templates are always good.
Definitely. You just pick one, tweak it a bit with your own text and maybe colors, and you've got something that looks really professional.
Amazing. And we have another real Nigerian story for this one, too, don't we? The tailor.
Yes. The tailor in Ibadan. It's a great example.
Tell us about that.
So, this tailor started using Canva just to make flyers for their own business.
Makes sense.
But then they realized, hang on, other small businesses around here need these too. Maybe they don't know how to use Canva or don't have the time.
Spotting an opportunity.
Exactly. So they started offering flyer design as a service, charging around 5,000 per flyer, based on what we found.
5,000 naira per flyer. Just using a free tool they learned for themselves. That's brilliant.
It really is. And they could even make templates for different business types, like restaurants or salons.
Yeah.
And sell those over and over. Smart.
Very smart. Okay, writing, design. Let's talk video. Video is massive online. Pictory and InVideo. These sound maybe a bit more technical.
Well, they are AI tools specifically for video creation, but their main job is actually to simplify it.
To simplify how?
Basically, you give them a script like text you wrote, maybe even with ChatGPT's help, and the AI generates a video from that script. It adds visuals, stock footage, that sort of thing.
Whoa. Okay, so what could you use that for to make money?
Several things. You could create what they call faceless YouTube channels.
Faceless, meaning you don't show your own face.
Exactly. The AI generates the visuals. Maybe you add an AI voiceover, which we'll talk about later. Great for info channels, news summaries, things like that.
Interesting. What else?
You can make short video ads for businesses to use on Instagram or WhatsApp, or offer video creation as a service for brands that can't afford, a full video production crew.
Faceless YouTube channels. How do those make money, typically?
Well, once your channel gets enough views and subscribers, you can join the YouTube Partner Program and earn money from ads shown on your videos.
Right, the standard YouTube model.
Yep. Or the videos can promote something else you sell, like an ebook or a service. You can find these tools at Pictory.ai and InVideo.io.
Pictory.ai, InVideo.io. Got it?
And let me guess, another Nigerian success story.
You have guessed right. This time, a corper serving an aqua bomb.
Okay.
They started a YouTube channel about tech news using Pictory to create the videos. And get this, within just 3 months, the channel was monetized, earning money.
3 months, that's quick.
Yeah.
Using AI video tools, wow.
It shows how fast you can potentially create engaging content this way.
This is really making it clear these things are possible.
Yeah.
Okay, what's next on our list of free AI moneymakers?
Next up, we have Notion AI. Now, Notion itself isn't new. Lots of people use it as a digital notebook or workspace.
Right, for organizing notes, projects.
Yes, exactly. But now they've integrated AI right into it. So Notion AI, how does that help with earning income?
It's really powerful for the planning and structuring side of things. It can help you brainstorm content ideas, generate detailed outlines for blog posts or even courses, organize your thoughts, draft scripts.
So it's like having an AI assistant inside your planner.
Pretty much, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It helps streamline those early stages of creation that can sometimes take a lot of time. You sign up at notion.co.
Notion.co. Okay. And how are people using this in Nigeria to make money?
We found an example of a tutor in Abuja.
A tutor. Okay.
They use Notion AI to help plan and structure really comprehensive lesson notes. Very detailed, well-organized notes.
And then?
And then they sell these notes directly to parents using WhatsApp for distribution.
That's clever. Using AI to enhance their teaching materials and then selling them digitally.
Exactly. Creating a valuable digital product from their expertise, amplified by AI, and using a platform everyone has.
Very resourceful. Okay, so we've got text, visuals, video structure. What about actual voice? You mentioned AI voiceovers earlier.
Yes. That brings us to free AI voice tools. Think ElevenLabs or Play.ht. There are others too, but these are popular.
And what do they do?
Their main thing is creating surprisingly realistic, human-sounding voiceovers directly from text you type in.
Seriously? Like, it doesn't sound robotic.
It's getting incredibly good, honestly.
Yeah.
Very natural for many voices and languages.
Okay, so income opportunities.
Well, you could use them to narrate those faceless YouTube videos we talked about.
Right.
Or create audio versions of blog posts or articles. You could even produce audiobooks. Or content for podcasts, explainer videos. Anywhere you need a clear voiceover but maybe don't have the equipment or want to hire someone.
So wait, if someone used ChatGPT to, say, write an ebook, they could then use one of these AI voice tools to turn it into an audiobook and sell that too.
Precisely. Double the product from the initial effort. And yes, we have a Nigerian example for this too.
Of course you do. Let's hear it.
A student in Port Harcourt, they finished their final year project, wrote it all up.
Okay. Standard procedure.
But then they took that text and used an AI voice generator like Play.ht or ElevenLabs to create an audiobook version.
An audiobook of their project.
Yeah. And they started selling it online. You can check out those tools at Play.ht and ElevenLabs.io. They usually have free tiers to get started.
That's incredibly inventive. Okay, so we've covered AI for writing, design, video, organizing, voice, all with free options. But let's talk tech. Do you need like a brand new phone or a super powerful laptop to run all this stuff?
That's a really crucial question. And the answer, thankfully, is mostly no.
Oh, good.
What we found is that your current smartphone or just a basic laptop is usually enough to get started.
Really? For all these tools?
Yeah. Most of them have mobile apps, or you could just use them through your web browser, like Chrome or Firefox.
So you don't need to rush out and buy expensive gear.
Definitely not. The barrier to entry, technologically speaking, is actually quite low. Don't let worries about fancy equipment stop you from exploring.
That's a huge relief, honestly. Makes it feel much more doable. But what happens if you, get stuck? Trying to figure out how to use Canva or how to write a good ChatGPT prompt.
Well, that leads us to two more absolutely essential free resources.
Which are?
Good old Google and YouTube.
Ha! Of course.
Seriously, they're your best friends for learning this stuff.
Mm.
If you're stuck on anything, how do I make an ebook cover in Canva? Or best ways to use Pictory AI? Just search for it.
And you'll find tutorials.
Tons of them. Videos, articles, guides. And what's really cool is that lots of Nigerians are already making and sharing tutorials specifically about using these tools in our context.
So there's local help available too, often for free.
Exactly. A whole learning ecosystem right there.
That's incredibly empowering. Okay, so the tools are free, accessible, you don't need fancy tech, and there's free help online. Sounds almost too easy. What's the catch?
Well, it's not exactly a catch, but more like necessary ingredients. Our research also highlighted two things: data and determination.
Okay, data. Internet access costs money, that's true.
It does. So you need to be smart about how you use your data. Focus it on learning these tools and creating your stuff, not just, endless scrolling on social media. Use it strategically.
Makes sense. And determination.
Yeah. These tools are amazing, but they're not magic wands. You have to put in the effort.
Yeah.
You need consistency. You need to actually sit down, learn how the tool works, experiment with it, and keep applying it to whatever income idea you've chosen. It takes time and persistence to see results.
So wrapping this up then, the main takeaway seems to be making money with free AI tools in Nigeria. It's not science fiction.
Not at all. It's happening right now. And you don't need a computer science degree or a big investment to get started.
These tools are genuinely making it possible for more people to tap into the online economy.
Exactly. They're sort of democratizing access to these kinds of opportunities.
And the advice we heard, the practical starting point, was really about focus, wasn't it?
Yes, definitely. The pick one hustle idea.
Explain that a bit more.
Instead of getting overwhelmed trying to learn ChatGPT and Canva and Pictory and everything else all at once.
Which sounds exhausting.
It does. Instead, pick one specific thing you're interested in trying. Maybe it's writing. Maybe it's graphic design for local businesses. Maybe it's creating short videos.
Okay, focus on one area.
Then just learn the one or two AI tools that are most important for that specific thing. Master Canva for design, or get good at ChatGPT for writing.
That makes the learning curve way less steep.
Much less daunting, yeah. And it ups your chances of actually sticking with and seeing some income.
So as you're listening, just think about those stories we shared. The UNILAG student writing content, the Ibadan tailor designing flyers, the corper with the monetized YouTube channel, the Abuja tutor selling lesson notes, all using free AI.
Real people, real income.
What about you? What skill or interest do you have, or what local need do you see around you? Could one of these free AI tools help you tap into that?
Maybe today's the day to, move beyond just being curious.
Yeah. Pick one tool from our list. Just one. Go to the website, sign up for the free account.
Play around with it a bit. See what happens.
Exactly. You might just surprise yourself and find a whole new way to generate some income. Worth exploring, isn't it?